2, 1. Ooh, I am tight. Hello, hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Colette, and thank you so much for joining me today. So if you are here, it's because your hips are tight and you want to figure out how can I relieve this tension. Well, you came to the right place, girl, or guy, or non-binary. Whew. Anyways, so we are here today to do a nice, quick and easy, cute and cozy, that is simple and effective stretch routines for tight hips. So it can be for my gym girlies, like myself. I'm a newfound gym girly. And so as I'm doing more strength training and working out, I'm like, ooh, I'm getting stiff, I'm getting tight. And so now I'm even being more intentional, making sure like before, after I'm doing my workouts, that I'm doing a quick little stretch routine so I can keep my flexibility and my mobility. And or this can be for the office people, the people who are sedentary, and you know, the more that we sit, we shorten our hip flexors, and so boom, bam, tightness. So we can begin here in a seated position. If you have blocks, please bring some. They really help bring the ground closer to you. You can also use books or pillows, like you don't gotta buy no little block. So we're gonna begin here seated with our first stretch. It's called a bound angle pose. I'm gonna be using yoga poses because I'm also a yogi, so sorry, not sorry. So you are going to have your sit bones on the ground. You can also use a block to elevate if you want to kind of like open up and help with alleviate some of that that tension and help with the rotation, and boom bam, you can. I will not, but by all means, like I definitely may try and create a video routine of like using blocks in my stretching only and see how that feels. But anyways, so begin the bound angle. You're going to have this over your feet touch each other, and then you're going to bring the heels close to the groin, close to the pelvis as much as possible, and having gravity help you push down your knees on either side, right? So if they're uneven on different sides, that's cool. That's life. We're not symmetrical. And as we're letting gravity really press us down, you can also maybe use your hands. You can also flap, but you still want to make sure that you're still engaging your back and you're erecting it so that it's straight and you're not hunching. We never want to hunch. And so we're going to hold this for 10 rounds of breath. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I like to just flap it out, kind of just to activate it, take away that stiffness, maybe if it got a cramp or something. Now we're going to move into 90-90 stretch. The girlies, we love the 90-90. So you're going to begin with your right foot at 90-degree angle, your left foot at 90-degree angle, having them flexed, having your knee aligned with your ankles on both sides, so making that 90, that 90. And then you really want to square your hips. So you want your hips to square forward, meaning being in line with each other, open it up, so you may have to open up a little bit more. Ooh. Boom, bam. Squared, I feel it, I feel it. And next I'm going to have my right hand and really press down, really easing the knee down to the ground without it being painful. And you can stay here, this is enough. This is enough for you, you can stay right here. But if you want to intensify the stretch a little bit more, as you're pressing down, you can also hinge forward, bringing chest to thigh. Once again, deepening this stretch. And we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Ooh. And now I'm going to do a windshield, right? As I rotate to the other side. So now my left is in front, still knee aligned, and then my right's in the back, squaring my hips, right? And you can stay right here. You can kind of see, hopefully from this angle, that my left hip is much tighter when rotating externally this way. And that's the right way to say it. I'll fix it somewhere. This way, for whatever reason. And so I'm going to use my left hand to press down, and I'm going to hinge at the hips. We're going to do that for 10, 9, 8, ooh. You want to also make sure you're keeping your right cheek down too. And so that means if you can't go all the way down, like apparently I cannot, as long as your sit bones are still on the ground, then that's all that matters. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and 0. Alright, so I'm going to do some more windshield. Just, I never know. It just helps. Alright, boom. Now we're going to get into fire hydrant. So in fire hydrant, we are in tabletops. So wrist aligned over shoulders, hip width apart, with the knees aligned over hips, all that good stuff. And so fire hydrant, you first want to kick up, opening up this leg. We're going to use our left leg. And then I'm going to draw a circle with the knee. So using the knee to see if I can lift up higher, to draw the top of my circle. Then I'm going to draw the outer side, down to the other side, back up to reach the top. And do that for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'm going to go the reverse. So I'm going down first, then up. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Now we're going to move to the other side. Same alignment, all that good stuff. First starting up, lifting up that right leg. Then I'm drawing my circle up, down, around, and back up to the tip for 2, 3, 4, 5, and then reverse. 5, 4, 3, you hear it? 2, 1. Ooh, I'm tight. So we definitely feel that. That mobilizes the whole joint because the hip is a ball and socket joint. So technically it can rotate 360, which is crazy. That and the shoulder. Like the body is crazy. The body is crazy. Like it can do as much as it can do more than we think it can do. I'm gonna say that. So like we're here and the body is here. Anyway, next we're gonna get into frog pose. So you see that we're starting to get a little more intense as we're going down. So come along for the ride of the intensity. But if it's pain, we don't want the pain. So now we're getting into the frog pose. I'm gonna just start here. We're gonna start on our knees and really opening up our knees further than hip distance as much as possible, right? If you're here, that's cool. If you're a little bit more, boom, bam. So I'm going to shift forward and here. And you want to make sure that your knees are aligned with your ankles, or your ankles are aligned with your knee, I should say. So back to that 90 degrees, back to that 90 degrees, and really just keeping our hips stacked forward, right? And not sliding our booties back and hips forward. So you can be here. And you can stay up. If this is good for you, you can stay up here. Or if you want to intensify and really deepen that groin stretch, really get in here, then you can go down to your forearms and just holding this for 10, 9. Remember to engage our core. Think about like tucking so that we're not arching and losing it, putting it in our lower back. So I don't even know what I'm saying. We're just going to start over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now safely walk up. So if you went down, go up. Slowly draw your knees in And then boom, we are out of our frog pose. Now we're going to get into a forward fold. I love a forward fold. I love a forward fold. I love a forward fold. And so, in a forward fold, we're going to start. I like to start actually with more than hip width distance apart, because it really allows space for the gut, for the chest, for the upper body to get in there. So maybe about here, and I'm just going to hinge at the hips. So like I've been saying, hinging forward. And then if this, you can stop right here, and or you can have a soft bed in the knees. That also helps to deepen that stretch. So for my gym girlies who do RDL, you know, you feel it, right? Boom. This is a great stretch right after you do that to really just, stretch out those hamstrings. And so you can start placing your hands down. And if your hands don't reach the ground, you can bring the ground to you by using some blocks or a book, and boom, bam. You can be right here. You can be right here. But if you want to intensify, right, you can bring your hands down to the ground as much as possible and really just sit there in this position. And this is a stretch. Boom. And to really stretch out and work on squatting mobility, you can begin to do a squat in this pose. So once you're in your forward fold, start bringing your butt down, and boom, squat. And now lifting back up, forward fold. And so we're going to do 10 of those. And whatever range, if you go from here to here, that's your business. Okay? So 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Ooh, I feel it. Just holding this. Maybe just do a little sway. Alright, and then our last stretch is that we're going to go back down to our squat. And we're going to use our elbows to really open our knees wider. Boom. And so if this is a bit too much for you, you got your handy dandy block, whatever position, to help alleviate that. You can even get higher. For me, I like the intensity. I like to go deep. So I'm going to just move this way so you can really see. So once again, opening up, squatting down, and opening, using my elbows to press out. Once again, back to that elongating my back and my spine so I'm straight. And I'm just going to hold this for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. And then I'll gently get back up, bringing the knees together. And we did it. So, thank you for joining me today. Hopefully your hips feel a little less tight, more loose. Hopefully you use this in your routine of going to the gym or after work, from a long day of work or sitting all day, whatever feels good in your soul. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for showing up for yourself.